So, meine Damen und Herren, hier sehen wir uns wieder direkt nach dem Battle, wo wir die letzte Folge aufgehört haben. Der gute Herr hier ist am Blümchen sammeln. Sehr zuvorkommend.
Stranger, come on over here.
Ja, das machen wir direkt. Oh, falscher Knopf.
I don't know what Honora's doing out here, but consider yourself owed. We tried to hold off and wait for the vanguard, but one of them bristlebacks charged us. Next thing you know was a full-fledged fracas.
Is everyone okay?
We lost some good people, but we would have lost the whole quarry without you.
Well, at least it's quiet now.
Your ears ought to be ringing with a quarry at work, but Chainscrape's whistle ain't blowing, so we're stuck picking up the pieces.
I don't even know what accent that is. The
What
quarry.
are you and your crew working on?
We're supposed to be working Alvin's claim,
Aw.
digging out stone to show our barren light, but the work stoppage and the bristlebacks cut us short. Never seen those blasted things in a dawn before. Where in Forge Fire did they come from?
I'm not sure. At least not yet.
This game was the cut, yes, the don't.
You need the whistle to get back to work?
Me and my crew were just little cogs out here. Can't lift a hammer till Alvin blows that thing. Cause if we work without his say-so, he'll ban us. And my people have been through enough.
Alvin
not
holds
Alvin.
that much power?
He's got the money and connections to snuff our fires for good. Almost feels like we stood a better chance with the bristlebacks.
Lord Evans.
I need to get going. Stay safe.
Thanks to you, that might actually be possible today.
Let's go.
I think I've cleared out most of the bristlebacks.
That's good.
Valley should be safe enough to travel. I'll go give Wadis the good news.
Ah,
And then
treffen
this
wir den mal
embassy
wieder.
can finally happen.
Da bin ich mal gespannt. Ich frage mich, ob es eine Zeitmission wird, denen diese Dings wieder zu holen. Was ist das? Unknown Settlement. Wait. Das Zoomen, da ist Unknown Settlement. Ah, okay. Burnlight, okay. 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 Diese Map ist massive. What the fuck? Okay. Alles klar, hätten wir das auch erklärt. Gut. Ja, dann wollen wir nochmal zurücklatschen. Ich würde sagen, you can fast travel between campfires. Das ist ein fast travel. Okay, ja. Ah, oh, ich bin ein bisschen blind, das ist true. Erstmal Quick Save. Bist du mal strong? Fast travel free, aha. Ja, ich sehe jetzt, ja. Da wollen wir nochmal gehen.
Time to give Wadis to Barrenlight.
Oh, hey!
What? What?
Look at her go!
Was hab ich? Warte.
Sister!
Say, sir, brother. Okay, hold up.
Inside here, Olvund. The bristleback.
What do you want, Olvund?
Some kind of payment.
My dear Majesty.
Das ist er also.
You think I can be
Der
bought?
böse Olmund.
If you
Olvund.
want that whistle blown, all you have to do is have your soldiers remove the bristlebacks and sign the concession decree. Face it. What other choice do you have?
Fucking
Hi.
asshole.
Savior, what auspicious timing. Might we discuss a matter of importance to the Sundom?
We might. Later.
Very well. I shall be waiting.
So, the savior herself. Walloper of Derval, gutter of youth.
Maybe.
I've heard many tales of your beauty and heroics, my fierce lady warrior.
Dass das Beauty
Olvund
zuerst kommt, ist ein
Trio.
gutes Zeichen auf jeden Fall.
At your service. So, what could have dragged you away from the fine silks and wine of Meridian to this smudge of a settlement? Your saviorly attention must be needed elsewhere.
I'm here for the embassy and...
The embassy? Why, by the forge. Ah. Greater gears for greater matters. Guess that means you'll be moving on.
Once I've dealt with any problems around here that need my saviorly
Saviorly.
attention.
Ah, the bristlebacks, of course.
Didn't I just do that?
Got to get rid of them if you want that embassy to take place. Well, best get to it, hey? And off you go.
Not so
Very
fast.
forthcoming. So, jetzt sind wir mal gespannt, was der jetzt zu sagen hat. Der wird der. Oh, ach, der, okay. Work stoppage. So.
You ordered the work stoppage?
Indeed I did. We're laborers, not soldiers. Until the Karja clean up their mess and give us the fair deal we deserve, I'm not risking Osseram lives.
Fair deal? You mean your concession decree?
Fear.
It's not my decree. It's on behalf of all the good Osseram laborers of this land who do all the backbreaking work, while only the Karja reap the rewards. All we're asking for is the ability to share in this prosperity for a land worked by the people, for the people.
Der Einzige, der Geld einsackt, ist
And just how much would be your share?
Only an amount appropriate to my contributions to this community, of course.
Ah, ja.
If Chainscrape is on Karja land, shouldn't a Karja be in charge? Who appointed you?
The sensibilities of good Osseram folk, of course.
I somehow doubt that.
You think a Karja can head this whole venture? Ah! The magistrate can barely make the trek from Barren Light without losing a few screws.
So you have no real authority then? People only follow you because you say so. Loudly.
Anyone who has followers has authority. I've been with Chainscrape from the beginning. I mean,
mir so
I'm practically its
juckes.
founder, and its honest folk know I'm indispensable to its success.
Just shut up.
You said you founded Chainscrape. Somehow I doubt that.
Practically founded, I say. I alone saw its potential when it was just a smattering of tents in Barren Light's shadow. I invested in the mine, convinced some friends back home to do the same, and here we are. You could say Chainscrape is what it is thanks to me.
Oh, so you're not just standing around and profiting off everyone else?
Not at all.
Bisschen capitalist.
Sure, I make a little return on my investment here and there, but my main priority, as it was from the beginning, is to look after the well-being of these honest, working Osseram.
Bisschen Capitalist Criticism an der Stelle. Finde ich stark. Kann ich respekten. Oh ja, ich habe ein bisschen Geld reingesteckt, deswegen payt es mich jetzt so 4 bis 5-fach back, ohne dass ich überhaupt was machen muss. Und ich habe alles das Sagen. Sounds about right.
You don't seem to have a high opinion of the magistrate?
Well, I refuse to play nice to some fancy-robed parchment pusher when my fellow laborers are being bullied, intimidated, and taken advantage of.
How noble of you.
Noble, ha! Born with a hammer in hand, I was. Nobody handed me anything or dropped opportunity into my lap. Everything I've achieved, I've done on my own.
And where is this hammer now?
The burden of leadership forced me to set it aside.
Sehr gut,
The Karja risk nothing, while demanding that good Osseram gamble with their lives out there. Someone had to step up and say no more.
What a moron.
I cleared out all the bristlebacks.
Ja, das
Oh,
hab
you
ich
did?
tatsächlich schon getan.
Now that you've recovered from your shock, time to blow the whistle.
Oh, there, not so fast. I'll have to send someone out to confirm the kills. Make sure the valley is safe again. It shouldn't take more than a day or two.
Ich war gerade da, Bro.
No. You blow the whistle now.
These are innocent Osseram lives we're talking about here. Surely the delay...
Either you do it now, or I will.
Oh, let's go.
Ah, I knew you could do it! Friends, gather round. The savior of Meridian has done it again.
What?
The bristlebacks are defeated. You.
What?
Sound the whistle. Chainscrape is open for business.
Terrific. Yay.
And
Enthusiasmus ist
Ulvund
richtig
has
hoch.
agreed to personally pay every worker their lost wages.
Yeah.
That's more like it.
Let's go.
Woo.
Ha!
Yeah. Yeah. Don't you have an embassy to get to?
I love her.
I guess I do.
She's fucking brilliant. Einfach absolute Hops-Mut. Merchants are now available. Das ist brilliant.
Well, the Chainscrape's back to work. Merchants should be open to trade.
Ja, das hast du mir doch gerade
Let's
gesagt.
see if they have anything useful before I send Wadis off to Barren Light. Better see what that Karja magistrate wanted. I bet he's in the tavern.
Wir gehen wieder weiter mit dem Wadis. Das andere... Don't worry about it.
The way to Barren Light is clear. Get moving.
You're not errant vanguardsman. I will move only when the captain
When
says...
I've cleared out all the bristlebacks, which I have. Captain's orders.
So they're okay.
Banged up, but breathing. And waiting up ahead for you.
But I was supposed to have 3 escorts.
I'm off to Baron Light, buddies. Like Aloy said, Captain's orders. You can stay here.
Abandoned to the riffraff? I think not.
Guess you're coming with me then. See you there, Aloy.
Der Typ. Ey, was für Arme muss der haben? Dieses Outfit und das Ding, der Karren dahinter, müsste auch so unglaublich schwer sein. Jetzt beschwer dich noch, Alter. Du machst gar nichts. Wirklich. Das ist ein Knecht.
Well, now that that's done, the embassy can finally get underway. If I can get through it, I'll be able to track down Silence. Hades. Maybe even a Gaia backup. Guess I could head straight for Baron Light. Or poke around the Daunt some more first.
Ich würde sagen...
And maybe take Petra up on that drink.
Oh, okay. Wo ist sie eigentlich? Kann ich, Quests... Errands... Okay, das ist keine Quest. Finde ich die einfach in der Tavern? Das müsste dafür schon die Tavern sein. Ist es. Okay, sehr gut.
Ah, Savior! Over here! Savior, thank you for taking the time. And my condolences that you had to endure Ulvan's bloviating.
I've dealt with worse. It sounds like he's really trying to put you over the barrel.
The idea that the Karja purposely let bristlebacks into the Daunt, it's completely absurd.
Ich hoffe es.
But the louder and longer he says it, the more support he'll get for his damned concession decree.
How did the bristlebacks get into the Daunt?
No one knows for sure. The first report of them came from west of the quarry. But unless they have wings I don't know about, I don't see how they could have come over the mountains.
No other way in.
The only way I know about is Baron Light. Look, if you can get to the bottom of this, I can offer a considerable bounty in return.
Aha.
Help me shut
That's,
Ulvan up.
Dafür würde ich es schon machen.
How did you get stuck out here?
I asked for the posting, believe it or not. Overseeing the entire valley on behalf of the Sun King? It was an honor. Is an honor, I mean.
But your job would be a lot easier without someone like Ulvan blasting hot air all the time?
Ulvan's not going anywhere. He's been around longer than I have. Even fancies himself the founder of Chainscrape. Now, I'll find a way to live with him. I have to.
Ja. Schon irgendwo.
What is
so.
this concession decree that
Wie
Ulvan
sieht das
has?
genau aus?
He wants the Sundom to designate portions of the Daunt as Oseram holdings. Only the portions, mind you, that produce any value.
Let me guess. Because he stands to profit somehow?
Wahrscheinlich.
Exactly. With the Daunt under Oseram law, he could secure more investment for their numerous ventures.
He can't get those investments without the concession?
No. Not while there's a chance the Sundom could revoke their access. Hence, why the concession is so important to him. And why blaming the Karja for the bristlebacks, no matter how absurd, works in his favor.
I see.
You said the bristlebacks were first spotted west of the quarry?
Yes, according to one terrified laborer, said the ground trembled before they came charging down the hillside. He took off and ran all the way here.
Good place to start looking then.
If you learn the truth, maybe Ulvund will stop blaming the Karja for every problem under the sun.
Ja,
and maybe then he'll
bestimmt.
actually focus on rebuilding Baron Light instead.
Ich habe so das Gefühl, das ist nicht unbedingt in seinem direkten Interesse. Was ist das? Ah, doch, das bist
Hey,
du.
Loy.
Ich
Change your
wusste
come
es.
for that beer after all, eh? Here,
Jawohl.
sit down. Get a pint in her hand. Wasn't expecting you to swing by.
Since when do I do what's expected?
There's that spark. Fire and spit.
Fire and spit.
That's a blast from the bellows. Won't fix the forge, but at least I can forget about my troubles for a while.
Like what?
Well, things aren't as bad since you got this place running again. But we still got Olvin grating the gears about his concession decree. If you don't put that down, I'll come over there and show you how that game ends. Anyway,
Hätte mir
right
eine
now,
anschauen.
I'm just worried about those refugees out from Sunfall. To come all this way enduring Forge knows what.
Shadow Carja refugees. What are they doing in the Daunt?
Ach, die Shadow
Looking for a new home, I gather. They're camped out by an old trailhead, southwest of here. And therein lies the problem. A stormbird crashed up on the cliffs last week, and Talon Cleanbrokers had his eye on the salvage ever since. But the refugees have barred entrance. Mustn't interrupt their sun-scorched ritual. Something about finding a twilight path.
Huh. I never heard them talk about that before.
Yeah, well, these particular Shadow Carja are an odd bunch. But overall, they're peaceful folk. Not that it matters to Talland. He'll crack some heads to get to that salvage. Maybe you could swing by, convince him to set up camp somewhere else?
Uiuiui.
What else can you tell me about the Shadow Carja refugees?
Well, they don't call themselves Shadow Carja for one. At least, not anymore. They're some other brand of sun-crazed. But whatever side of the sun they're on, they're peaceful through and through. Don't
Oh,
seem to want for nothing except a place to live, pray, and just enough food to keep from starving.
So they're just camped outside by a trail, blocking entry to a wrecked Stormbird, waiting for what exactly?
Don't rightly know, but I'll tell you this. Should they ever wise up and salvage it, a Stormbird heart is worth a lot.
ja.
And if they get there first, then by Ostrom law, it's theirs. Not that Tolan Cleanbrokers ever lost sleep over any law breaking.
Okay, das ist spannend. Also wenn die keine tatsächlichen Shadow Carja sind, also so böse und... Wenn ja die Eclipse im letzten Game, das war ja irgendwie die ganz bösen. Das, die haben wir aber auch, glaube ich, kaputt gemacht. Dementsprechend bin ich gespannt, dass die peaceful sein sollen.
Who is this Talland Cleanbroker?
Just some chuff-huffing pondsman. Got a shop here in town. Lived in Chainscrape since there was a Chainscrape. He and Ulvin go back a ways. Like a pair of coals and a campfire, those two.
So Talland works for Ulvin?
Ulvin might think so, but Talon scrapes up his own scams. And he ain't
Sounds
the type
like
to let a
him.
few refugees get between him and Stormbird salvage.
Alright.
So about Ulvin.
Around here, everything's about Ulvin.
I've
How did he
noticed.
end up in charge?
He got here early, like a squirrel smelling a fat nut. He knew rebuilding Barren Light would need stone and timber. So he jangled purses all over Mainspring, getting investors to front claims on anything in the Daunt that might be worth a damn. Thing is, all the bankers back home know that this is Carja land, and the Sun King can revoke those claims at any time. That's why he's desperate for the magistrate to sign off on a concession decree.
Ja, aber den kenne ich ja jetzt.
I thought you'd be back in Freeheap.
Well, after the big battle at Meridian, I went back, but realized it was running smooth. Didn't need me. Heard about the rebuilding out at Barren Light. Figured they could use another hammer. Been scraping by ever since.
You could always leave.
And go back east? Nah. I ain't one to leave a lit forge.
Absolutely.
Besides, someone's gotta be a squeaky wheel for the workers around here.
Here you go.
So the Bristlebacks in the Daunt.
What the fuck, Alter?
Where did they come from?
That's the thing. No one rightly knows. They just showed up one day, rampaging around the valley like they exploded out of a forge.
Ja, okay, soweit bin ich ja.
Lost some good people. But bless the bellows, you cleared them out and got this place working again.
True.
That put a dent in Ulvin's plans. Now, if only there was some way to smash them all together and run them out of town.
But how could Bristlebacks and the Daunt help Ulvund?
2 words. Concession decree.
Oh, yeah.
Since no one knows where the Bristlebacks came from, Ulvund has taken to blaming the Karja for him.
Ja, das
He's
wissen
hoping
wir.
to dig up enough old resentments to get a strike going until the concession's signed. This is just his latest attempt. He's been trying to rile up the workers since the day he rolled into town.
And people actually believe him?
Lots of folks suffered at the hands of the Mad King during the Red Raids. Give him half a reason, they'll blame the Karja for anything.
Ja, okay, auch nicht ganz unverständlich.
Slavers.
Understandable.
Well, if I'm up that way, I'll talk to the refugees. Try to convince them to move.
Much appreciated. They have it rough. Don't need Talon making it rougher.
I can respect it.
Petra said Talon has a shop here in Chainscrape. I could have a word with him first.
Okay, da ist noch eine weitere Quest. Was bist du? Moment. Ach so, das... Lol, ich kann... Das ist Safe Gambling. Also so... Hinten in der Ecke, in so einem Pub, safe ist das Gambling. Ich möchte gerne erstmal die ganzen Sidequests auschecken. Und dann gucken wir mal, auf was wir Bock haben.
I'm sorry, I'll be right with you.
Okay, I'm not saying it's a bad idea. I'm saying it's overkill.
It's a weapon. Kill is the point. Not if it blows the user's arm off.
Oh, just stop talking.
Where are we? So, you look like someone who's always searching for a new weapon.
Ja.
Am I right?
Actually,
Could you just not? I am with a customer.
I'm not a customer.
I got it. Triple the powder. It'll blow a Strider sky high. Ba-boom. One-shot kill. Guaranteed.
Maybe I am.
Then you are in the right place at the right time, Red. How would you like to be the proud owner of the world's first machine-enhanced,
Explosive, done in one, machine wrecking.
yet perfectly safe, javelin thrower?
Kürzester Name für eine Waffe. Ich glaube, seitdem es Waffen gibt, auch eigentlich.
Are you two from around here?
Nah, the claim. Dad sent us out west in search of some unknown opportunity. Said we'll know it when we see it.
Sounds like you had other ideas.
Let's just say that opening another trading post for my parents isn't how I want to make my mark in this world.
Understandable.
I imagine traveling alone must be nice.
Ja. Okay.
So she's your partner?
My apprentice and my sister. She's why we're
okay.
out here. There was an incident. Another incident.
Involving explosives?
Ba-boom.
And Dad's precious homebrew. He shipped us out the next day.
Okay.
Huh. Tell me more about this weapon of yours.
Saw a scroll when I was a kid by some Karja scholar who wandered out west. Had a scary drawing of a Tenakth warrior hunting with a kind of javelin thrower. Effective? Yes. Basic? Undoubtedly. But coming out here made me remember it. And I'm on the brink of vastly improving the tool's archaic design.
Whereas I
I'm
will
intrigued.
perfect it.
I can use machine parts to enhance the user's throw, increase the projectile's velocity. Well, Boomer here is adamant that enhancing the projectile is
Boomer,
better.
oh god.
Namely with explosive tips.
Boomsticks.
Why not both?
That could work. There's one small snag. I need the parts to make the first working model.
Well, for
Okay.
starters, I'll need charger horns. Intact.
Yeah, that. Just be sure to shoot them off before the machine goes down. Otherwise, they break. But the real innovation, and keep it to yourself, is a fang horn rib.
There's a mean one east of here. Blow it sky high.
Boomer! You get him for me. It's yours. My
Ihr
treat.
Name ist Einzel
You have a
Boomer,
deal.
wirklich. Okay. A bigger boom. Das ist sehr, sehr fucking funny. Mal kurz gucken, wie weit ist der Lachs weg? 200 hier, 116 da. Okay, wir sind bei 25 Minuten. Ich würde sagen, Wir gehen nächstes Mal direkt Sky High, wie es die schöne Dame gesagt hat. Feedback wie immer in die Kommentare. Ein Like und Subscribe wäre sehr appreciated. Und dann sehen wir uns beim nächsten Mal.